Song 10. Mary and Joseph find the Holy Child at the shrine. Joseph and Mary then returned to Galilee land. The holy household of the King of Heaven was at Hillfort, Nazareth. The saving Christ grew up there among the people. He became full of wisdom. God's favor was with him, and he was very much liked by his mother's relatives. He was not like other men with regard to goodness. When he was 12 years old, the time had come for the Jewish people to worship their clan's God in Jerusalem, to carry out his commands. Inside the shrine in Jerusalem, the Jews had assembled, a great crowd of men. Mary herself was there in attendance and had her son, God's own child. The earls performed the worship service there as commanded in their law, in accordance with their country's customs. The people then departed, the men going wherever they liked. The mighty Son of God stayed at the shrine, without his mother knowing anything about it. She thought he had left with the men, traveling with her friends. She found out the next day, that woman of noble lineage, blessed girl, that he was not among their companions. Mary then became deeply sorrowful. Worry seized her heart. When she could not find the Holy Child among the people, God's young maiden began to moan. They decided to go back to Jerusalem to look for their son. They found him. They found him sitting there inside the shrine, where wise and intelligent men read and learn in God's law how to praise the one who made the world in human words. There he was, sitting in the midst of them, the child of God, the all-ruling Christ, and they did not recognize him at all. And they were supposed to be in charge of the shrine. With great interest, he was asking them questions in wise words. They were all amazed that a young man, a child, would ever be able to say such words with his mouth. The mother found him there, sitting in their company. She greeted her son, a wise man among the people, and spoke to him in these words. How could you give your mother such worry, dear, that I, poor sorrowful woman, would have to go asking for you among these Hillfort people? Then the son replied to her in wise words. What? You knew very well, he said, where I belong and where I by rights would want to be, where my mighty Father is the ruler. The people, the men at the shrine, did not understand why he spoke words like this with his mouth. Mary retained it all. She concealed in her heart whatever she heard her son say in wise words. Joseph and Mary then decided to leave Jerusalem. They had the son of the chieftain in their retinue. He was the best of sons, the best of those who have ever been born as a baby from a mother. They loved him with a clear mind, and God's own son was very humbly obedient to his clan relatives and parents. He did not want to reveal his mighty strength to mankind so soon in his childhood, nor let them know that he had such power and authority in this world. Therefore, he decided to wait for 30 years among the people as was proper, before he wanted to give them any indication or let his companions know that he was himself the chieftain of the human race here in the middle world. The Holy Son of God had contained his voice and his wisdom and his knowledge that was beyond all, as well as his incredible mind, so that no one could discern from his speech nor from his words that he had such wisdom, that the Thane had such thoughts. Instead of that, he very properly awaited a clearer sign. But the time had not yet come that he was to tell the whole middle world about himself, when he was to teach the people how they were to have faith, how to carry out the will of God. Many people in the country knew, however, that he had come to the light, but they were not able to be sure that they recognized him until he himself wanted to tell them.